Hey yo, Chiksua here. Today we're going to show you guys how to beat HRAESVELGR, the big bird in floor 2. We already have a guide for floor 1, so if you are not 100% sure how to beat floor 1, definitely check out that video and then come back to this video where you can also see the difference in gear what we are going to use. And also, by the way, we don't even have the healing artifact. So with the healing artifact it would be so much easier, and much love and big shout out to Andre. So Andre is one of my mods in our Discord channel, and he actually showed me the strat, so he was backseating me, and that was the way I was actually able to beat floor 2 with everyone still being alive. Also, as Margaret was 1, Saria 3, Daddy 1 and Liz 2-6. Also, I want to share the strat before the timer runs out, because yeah, whenever the timer runs out, you can't gain the first clear reward anymore, and that's why I want to have the video ASAP. And yeah, let's just jump into it. This is going to be the units we are going to have, and yeah, so basically those two units on a HP defense build, and King is here pretty important because yeah, the bird is cucking our heal, so it's definitely better to have the fated ult and those two units on a attack crit damage build. So also, as I said, we don't have the healing artifact. If you guys do have the healing artifact, use that one instead. It's definitely going to be more helpful to have the sustain. So the only important health we need is going to be Daddy, because we're going to taunt. So she's gonna tank all the damage, and then we're going to rush the ult of our Liz and also going to burn the heal to top up everyone, because yeah, he's gonna hit decently hard, but luckily our Daddy can tank that, especially with the heal now. She's almost full health and we should be good to go. So even for example, if our Liz is low health, she should be only taking a little bit damage from the AoE, and as you can see, we are still okay to go. And Liz and Daddy is the one who does tank a lot of damage. So now basically he's going to have weak point cards, so no matter what we want to cleanse, we also want to ult with our Liz, and I guess we can also maximizing our card draw isn't bad. And luckily we drew a taunt, because yeah, until we are going to reach the second phase, we definitely want to have at least one taunt. So we are pretty good to go, and I would say this is probably a very good showcase run already. Now basically it really depends on what passive he's going to have. He will have different passives in phase 2, but even if he does have the buff removal passive, we can still beat it. It's just going to be the hardest one. So I actually hope we are going to get that one, because as I said, it's going to be the hardest, and if we can show you guys how to beat the hardest, that's probably the best for the video, right? In this turn, in order to decrease the damage, we are going to strip right away. So I would say actually, if we are going to merge here, if we're going to do this, we can get back the ult, we can also get the Sadiel ult, and yeah. So I would say usually you would not burn the buff, but as long you can move to transition fast enough, in phase 2 you can also at least keep one buff. So this is like a very situational thing. I would definitely not recommend you guys to burn the buff of Daddy, because that is a pretty risky play, but I want to have that 2-star because it's staying for 2 turns, and we can actually deal more damage with her and move to transition by keeping our other ults. I will explain you guys later again why it's so important to actually have the buff, because right now I can't show you guys. I think every one of you guys knows exactly Daddy has an ult which is going to be a amplify ult. So I would say what we're going to do here is, it's very unfortunate that we don't have a buff of her, or in general a card of her to get her ult, but we can just move to transition. So we're going to use this ult. I would say we can also use this, I would say maximizing the card draw, and I guess moving this power strike to the left won't be that bad. So here, as you can see, we deal, or we should deal enough damage to actually kill. Yeah, that's very close, but yeah, luckily it was enough, and now we are going to be in the phase 2. So let's see what passive he actually gained, because yeah, as I said, it really depends on what passive he gained to make him either weaker or having him a bit stronger. So here luckily he has the max HP decrease, so I would say this one is fine. So he has, as I said, the buff removal, and the buff removal at the end of his turn, that one is the worst. So I would say we were pretty lucky here. Here I will show you guys why we basically do need the Daddy buff, because yeah, if we are not going to use a taunt, we are going to get damaged by a very, very strong AoE, and everyone is just getting one-shotted. So that is the reason why we're going to use this, and we can get this ult. I would say we can also use the Sadiel ult already, and also attack with this. So basically, we want to move to transition in the stage 2 on phase 2 as fast as possible, so that we don't have to go for the RNG to fish for taunts. So as I said, basically, if you're going to keep the taunt, you can stay for one more turn. So I would say don't do what I did, but because I know exactly that I only need 2 turns to move to transition, I did that. If you guys know what I mean. That's kind of confusing, I'm sorry. But yeah, so here as you can see, everything is missed, and if we would have had another Dariadi taunt, we could just stall another turn in this phase. But yeah, our plan is just going to be to go full damage, and then we're going to move to transition. So I would say we're going to ult with this, we're going to do this, and Dariadi should finish off the job. And we also maximize our card draw. So here as you can see, 150k, so don't forget, we can't deal more damage than 30% of the bird, and now we're coming to phase 3. Also something I totally forgot to mention, so if he does have the buff removal in phase 2, he's going to revive by 100% of his defense stats, so it's around 20k HP, so that is going to be super annoying. So yeah, definitely pay attention to that if you actually, or if you get unlucky and he has the buff removal. But yeah, I beated it twice with him having the buff removal already, so it's definitely possible. I would say in phase 3 he's most annoying, because yeah, first of all, he has an AoE infect, and also if you're going to bring him under 70%, he increases his defense by 100% and his resistance by 80%. Also, if you're going to bring him under 50%, he's going to increase his HP and also his recovery, or probably his regeneration rate, and he has full health again. So definitely what you want to do is you want to build up somehow that you can actually kill him within 1 turn. So you have to damage him a bit so that you can deal 3 times the damage cap, or maybe even just one-shotting him by dealing the damage cap 4 times, but that's not that easy. What we're going to do now is basically we are going to ult with our Liz, and we also want to use 1 power strike to just at least lower him a bit and work on the other ults. So very, very unfortunate that we don't have another Margaret buff, for example, so maybe we can kill him in the next turn already. So it really depends. So yes, you can see we didn't even deal that much damage, so we definitely don't have enough firepower to kill him yet. If you're not going to be able to kill him within 1 turn, just stall a bit. So here, very lucky, we actually got a 2-star heal, which is really awesome. So here as you can see, we have the infect on, but yeah, we can cleanse it. I think we might even have to cleanse it, because yeah, as you can see, we took a lot of damage already. So I would say what we're going to do here is we're going to merge and cleanse with the heal. We're going to rush the ult of our Margaret so that we actually have the cards we have to deal a lot of damage. So hopefully he does have an Ataxia now. So usually he Ataxiates someone else and he's not gonna attack Liz with the first attack. That would be really, really cool. Okay, never mind, it's an AoE. So he does attack Liz, that is kinda annoying, but I think she survives. Okay, yeah, we are very, very good to go now. So I think we should be able to move to transition here. So what we're going to do is we're going to buff to increase the damage with our Dariadi. We can ult with this and we can ult with this, and you guys can also see when we're going to hit the certain damage caps, he's going to change his gray buff. So here, for example, he's going to have more health and more regeneration rate, and here he will have more attack and more I think it is pierce, I'm not too sure, but yeah, here we easily were able to move to phase 4, which is going to be the last phase before we are going to finish this run. But here, very, very unfortunate, we don't have any freaking cleanse, which is kind of annoying, but thanks to the heal we are kind of okay for now. Okay, with the heal I actually meant the ult of Liz, so we're going to use the ult of Liz, and I would say, damn, too bad we can't really get anyone's ult without burning some cards. So I would say we're going to burn this, we're going to burn this, and I guess we should maximize our card draw. So hopefully we're going to draw a cleanse of Margaret. That would be really helpful, and wow, we actually got one, what the frick. And we even have a heal, which is going to be kind of helpful. And yeah, also something important to know, he does have a strip, not really a strip, he does have a dissolve. So in order to, for example, not have his dissolve going onto our units, the Yari buff is going to be super helpful. And yeah, he's going to apply a explosion damage now. And he always heals based on the damage he's going to deal. So around 20% it was, I think. And we always want to cleanse away the explosion damage. So we're definitely not gonna buff with our... actually, we can buff with our Margaret because we drew the heal, which is not that bad. Oh, I would say what we're going to do is we're going to buff, we're going to ult. I really hope she's going to survive because she's kind of low. So maybe actually we should rather just heal up a bit. So that's probably gonna be a bit better. And we can also just double power strike to deal some damage and get the Sariel ult. So that might be the much better play because yeah, now we are topped up to full Hes. And as I said, we definitely have to cleanse the explosion damage because the explosion damage, that one we really don't want to get hit by, especially because he's going to heal. So here, super annoying, but yeah, luckily we do have the Margaret buff. And we will take a decent amount of damage now. So I think using the heal, the double heal of Liz was quite the right play. As I said, we definitely have to do this. I would say we can also just double ult. And we can also power strike with our Sariel. So hopefully we draw more power strike. That would be really helpful. And yeah, here as you can see, 130k damage. Not the greatest, but pretty decent. So if we draw one more power strike, I think we should be able to actually finish this off. We actually drew a heal as well. Actually no, because the problem is with the ult he's going to heal 30% of the damage he dealt, but luckily it wasn't that big. Oh my freaking god. So here, very unfortunate, I guess. No, we are not dead. Oh my god, so lucky. Here we definitely luck-sacked a little bit. So here I would say I'm pretty sure we can't kill him. So what we're going to do is, I would say we're going to strip him. That is the most important part, and we can get the ult here. And hopefully we are going to survive. So the best would be if he actually has the dissolves, that our Dariadi is going to tank those dissolves instead of having a AoE power strike. Because yeah, else we might be actually dead here. So let's see what is going to happen. Luckily, we also drew another cleanse. That's very awesome. Okay, the AoE is hitting hard. Please. Okay, nice. Oh my god, this is actually very nice that he had the dissolve instead of another freaking power strike. Because yeah, else we would have been definitely in trouble. We definitely cleanse this up. We're going to ult and get the heal up. And I would say we can also just make sure to get an ult. So I would say, I guess the Sariel ult is probably my strongest ult. So it really depends on what units you are going to have, or basically what ult level you have. So I think either getting the Sariel ult or the Margaret ult would be the best here. And now basically, as long he doesn't heal up too much, we are good to go. And yeah, our units are pretty much topped up. I would say we can just finish here. I'm really debating right now if we should actually stall to, for example, be able to heal, but I don't think it's worth it since our Liz unfortunately doesn't have a ult gauge at all, and we also don't have a taunt of Dariadi. Oh yeah, I would say for the flex, what we're going to do is we're going to do this to just increase the stacks of our Margaret. Never mind. Okay, that's not needed. So what we're going to do is to lifesteal a little bit, I would say. So we attack with Liz. We attack with our Margaret. We are attacking with our Dariadi. And then we finish off with our Sariel ult. And I would say, GG's. Were we even able to lifesteal? Because I didn't see any lifesteal. So I don't know if we are able to lifesteal, but at least here, as you can see, we are going to just finish off the bird. And now it's basically going to be your turn. I really hope you guys are going to be able to beat the stage. Let me know in the comment section How many tries did you guys need to actually beat the second stage? That's it guys, that's basically it for the video. I would say the RNG of this run was actually pretty bad. We barely had any Margaret buffs, and we also only had one Dariati buff because yeah, the taunt is really helpful, especially in the last phase, because if we're going to taunt up, she's the only unit who's going to get dissolved, and then we can easily rush everyone else's ult, which is going to be much easier to clear. I really hope it was helpful or you enjoyed watching this. Mad love and much appreciated Andre for the help and support. So comment down below and say thanks to Andre because he's the fucking MVP. So without him, I think it would have taken me a bit longer to actually beat the floor 2 because I didn't have that much time. I did a lot of Akumu, for example. And yeah, if you're new on this channel and you think this was helpful, definitely make sure to subscribe. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in and peace out for now.